Anyway, peeps, this might be a little bit of a long video, like 8, 10 minutes video. But anyway, listen. A lot of these people out here, yeah, I'm gonna get a couple things clear. I'm gonna clear up with all this division, all of this left, right, racist, not all of this things. Let's clear up some states. Yeah. Everyone goes on about the left side, the right side, all of these different things. And this is where people in the government and organizations are allowing the division amongst us as people, yeah? Because they're allowing people to go left, to go right, and the right don't agree with the left, and the left don't agree with the right, yeah? So all that does is causing division and hatred amongst people. Even if you don't see it or think it, you're still having hatred. Even if you don't agree with hatred, you're still having experienced hatred towards these pro supporters, these people, all of these people, yeah? So let's just knock that on the head, all of this hatred. All these people need to come together. We've got a big problem amongst all of us. We've got the digital ID, which is a big problem. Don't even get me started on that. We'll talk about that later or in another video. We've got the illegal immigration breaches, which is the act of 2023 of breaching the 2023 immigration laws. And I'll tell you why. So some of these people actually sitting here claiming asylum, yeah, who are fear from places. The people coming here illegally, our government should be held up responsible breach of a human rights act because some of these people coming here legally, asylum seeking, might be at war and at flee of some of these people coming here illegally because where's their documents? We're not all sitting here saying every single man in a hotel is a wrong one because I wouldn't sit there and say that. That's basically saying every single white person is a so-called racist, which that's not true. We need to look and go back to even, I think it's 2015, 2016, correct me if I'm wrong, with the Tony Blair with the Iraq. I think it was not Iraq, the Iran wars when the doctor died and stuff like that. The English, the United States, all these people have always had hatred amongst third world countries. And then a lot of the people, I've seen people attacked by other cultures and other people because they've seen them at protests and the hotels because they're labeled as that. And I know that because I've had people on the other sides, they call it, upload me on TikTok and social media calling me an EDL, a fascist, a racist, all these words. And I've had people who know me who've seen it. And that can cause danger and hatred to people because other people are thinking you're this, you're that, and other people might understand now. So our main problem is the government. We need to look at the root problem to all of our little problems to do with digital ID, the immigration, even doctors and healthcare and social housing. And we've got a lot of problems and a lot of it kind of can fall down to the immigration because when you're bringing thousands of people over into a country who's not actually doing it the legal way and you can't monetize it and you're putting them up in social housing, you're giving them doctors, you're giving them all these things, that's causing a big strain on the economy. And I've spoken to so many people, like my doctors, my psychiatrist people, and had their aspect of life, you know, and my game and my main problem is, I'm a self-independent person, but what my goal is to bring this government to justice, these Labour to justice, Sadiq Khan, Keir Starmer, Shema Mahmood, whatever her name is, Yvette Cooper, even though she stepped down Rayner, even though she stepped down Lammy, all of these people need to be prosecuted under breaching so many laws. And I don't even need to educate, I've tried to educate so many people on these things about, even when it comes down to our policing. Our policing, our police are issuing wrong sections at hotels and protests, which is a misconduct, which is a breach of policing already. Yeah, I don't even need to get started on that. The police protecting illegal people at these so-called private hotels, these so-called organisators, is another breach of policing because anyone is a citizen and the police can physically detain anyone for a crime committed as a citizen's arrest, and you can detain these people and you can give them to the border force, and border force should prosecute and detain these people, which is another 2023 Immigration Act. Another thing, Immigration Act of 2023, asylum. If you actually are an asylum seeker and you're seeking asylum and you've came here, If you were charged with a crime and you were arrested and charged and prosecuted with a crime, you should be detained and deported to where you came from before you seek asylum. I don't know why the government isn't listening. I don't know why the government, people in MP, people in Parliament, I've tried to reach out, I've contacted Home Office, I've tried to reach out to Home Office, I've tried to reach out to MPs, and no one wants to listen, no one wants to realise the main problem is the government. You know, there's so many things we can talk about if you want to talk about government and problems and social housing and doctor's appointments and so many things we can get into when it relates down to the government. And that's our main problem. Regardless of what you say, hold on a second, regardless of what anyone says, the government is the seek of the problem between anyone and everyone. Because, don't even get me started, yeah? Angela Rayner breaching tax, Keir Starmer breaching tax, all these people breaching tax should be prosecuted for another crime. Listen, uh, we need to sit there and abolish government, yeah? We need to sit there and abolish and prosecute the government under so many things they're breaching and doing wrong. At the end of the day, I don't even need to sit, they're going through the research of the law and the legislations and the law, the police handbooks of 2025, the law. Go and check the House of Commons of the legislations of how law works. I want to start uploading videos of the law to actually address and try to educate some members of the public of how the law is addressed, because some people don't actually realize how law is addressed in lawful proceedings. So yeah, I'm going to cut this video off because it's getting quite long. It's come up to like 7-8 minutes long. But please, 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 just remember, people, the government are liable to be prosecuted under anything. I think the only crime a president, prime minister can't be prosecuted for is treason, but they can be prosecuted for flipping so many home securities, human rights breaches, immigration breaches. We can bring these people to justice. We just need the people. I need the people behind me to prosecute these people. I need the numbers and people to help. You know, because people's focusing on hotels, people's focusing on councils, shutting down councils and all these things. But the main problem is the government. We need to go to the government. We need to address Home Office. And that's where the main problem is, people. So, yeah, please just do some research on the human rights laws and the home securities and the home secretaries and just come back and let me know. But I'm going to make it my goal to prosecute this government and bring Labour to down, even if it's when they step down, it's in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I want to make it a thing to bring these people down. Yeah, peace out, people. See you later. Bosh.